Hey, welcome back to my Wim Hof Method by Stroke Survivor Steve. Thanks for coming back. Hey, you can hear my Alexa in the background with my meditation music. I suggest getting one of those when you do your meditation. What's nice about it, you can control it without even having to get up. Alexa, turn down to volume 3. If you're new to my channel, I suffered a hemorrhagic stroke in 2015, and my bleed was on the right side of my brain, which affected my left side. My face was droopy and numb. I couldn't see out of my left eye. My speech, I had aphasia with speech, which I wasn't very clear when I spoke. I'm still not 100%, I don't think, speaking very clearly. Let me know in the comments if you think I need more improvement in my speech. But I'm reaching out to all my stroke survivor friends out there to start this program, this breathing, meditation, and cold exposure. It's good for your immune system, happiness, health, endurance. And what I'm trying to do is get the connections back to my left side of my body. So I get my left arm and my left leg back. So I'm doing every day. I'm on my 15th day today. So I've done it every day. I look forward to it every morning, and I do my exercise or my breathing on the floor, laying flat. And in the afternoons, I sit in this chair and do them in the chair, because it's so hard to get down on the floor and get back up, which I'll demonstrate on probably my next video, getting down and getting back up. And what I do is I do 60 breaths, and I do 3 rounds of 60 breaths, which I call my program. That's my program right now, but you can change it up, and it varies. It's like sometimes I'll do 6 sets of 30 breaths. I'll do 6 rounds of 30 breaths, but mostly I do the 60 breaths, 3 rounds. And my breaths are only, they're not super fast. I breathe in usually through my mouth. About that speed, 60 times. And on the last breath, I pull in and I exhale or let go. And I totally just hold my breath for as long as I can. When I first started, I was doing about 30 seconds. And then my goal was a minute, and I hit a minute. And probably about day 10, I hit, probably 2 minutes. And just today, day 15, I just hit 2:10 today. So I know I have improvement in my lungs and holding my breath. When you're done with your exhale and just holding it, and then your blood becomes alkaline, and that's when you're building up your immune system to bacteria and viruses and things like that. You want to get your pH levels up to about 7.4, which will do it. And as far as the cold therapy, my only cold therapy is I'll take a shower, but say it's in August right now, so the water doesn't really even get cold. I mean, it get cool. To me, it's cold, but that's as cold as I can do it. I'm kind of looking forward to winter time, so I can, in the morning I get up at 5, I can walk outside hopefully and just do my cold therapy outside, just walking around in my shorts. But you got to start this treatment, you got to start this breathing technique, and it's just nothing more than, and you'll get your own system as long as you're doing it. The first 3 days I was doing my breathing, I got like headache here in the forehead, and I couldn't stand it, but it goes away. I think your body just got to get acclimated to the breathing, and then after your exhale and you hold your no oxygen in your lungs, then you breathe in and hold, and you try to push it into your brain, to your brain stem. Get that blood, get the oxygenated blood up into your brain, which I'm hoping that it helps my connections in my brain. Excuse me, I had belly fever years ago, so my lungs are not very strong. which I think this will help my lungs quite a bit. Anyway, I'd like to give a shout out to one of my very first subscribers, Trent, who is a wrestler at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. He's a friend of my son's. Anyway, I think, Trent, you need to start getting all the wrestlers doing the breathing techniques. It's going to help for the season, I think. I saw a guy that does jiu-jitsu. He said the Gracies have been doing breathing techniques for a long time, many, many years, and they're phenomenal grapplers. So I think getting your wrestling team in this program will definitely benefit your team. And if not your team, just you, get your breathing done. Anyway, subscribe and like. Hit that like button. And if you have any questions for me, make sure you ask me and I'll try to get back with you as I can.